Your home might be clean, but why does it still not compare to those spaces that are both tidy and sophisticated, like the ones you see in design showrooms? I remember many times cleaning my home. Everything was neat, but every time I looked at the living room or my desk, I felt like something was missing. I had everything organized, yet the space still lacked the elegance and class I was hoping for. It wasn't that I was cleaning it wrong, but rather it was my habits in arranging and selecting furniture. Small details like inconsistent colors, improper arrangements, or mismatched furniture choices were preventing the space from achieving that perfect look. Today, I'm going to share 14 simple tips to help your space become more captivating and stylish, just like the homes you've always dreamed of. The first step is to avoid creating a space that's too perfect, like those in showrooms with no signs of life. When a home is too perfect and lacks personalization, it can feel cold and unfriendly. Think about the joy you feel when you come across a small memento, like a photograph from a family trip or a souvenir from a meaningful place. These objects hold memories and stories that speak to who you are. When you add personal items to your space, it becomes more than just a house. It becomes your sanctuary filled with things that remind you of happy moments, growth, and connection. When everything is too perfect and lacks personal touches, your home loses that warmth. It feels more like a hotel room or a display space where you don't truly belong. Psychological studies show that surrounding ourselves with emotionally meaningful items releases dopamine, helping us feel more comfortable and happy. The comfort of being surrounded by items that tell your story brings a sense of calm and joy. A house filled with personality feels lived in, inviting, and comforting, while a sterile, lifeless space can leave you feeling disconnected from your own surroundings. To make a change, start adding personal touches to your space. Instead of generic posters or quote signs, hang up art that tells a story or place decor that reflects your personality. Simple things like cherished gifts, your favorite painting, or a keepsake from a loved one will instantly make your home feel more alive, cozy, and truly yours. Next, consider unifying the flooring material across rooms. This simple change not only makes the space feel larger, but also elevates its overall atmosphere, creating a sense of luxury and cohesion. Have you ever noticed how soothing it feels to walk through a room where everything seems to flow together seamlessly without any jarring transitions between different types of flooring? When the flooring material is consistent, it helps eliminate feelings of separation between spaces, giving your home a sense of balance and unity that can make it feel much more relaxing. Every time you step into a space with uniform flooring, your brain perceives it as more welcoming and calm. The smooth transition from one room to another, without being interrupted by different materials underfoot, allows your mind to rest, creating an environment that feels peaceful and connected. There's something truly calming about how unified flooring helps the space breathe and flow, offering a sense of openness and freedom. I'll never forget when I first decided to unify the flooring in my own home. Before, each room had a different type of flooring, making the space feel disjointed and fragmented. But once I installed natural wood flooring throughout, the entire house transformed. The rooms immediately felt more spacious, inviting, and connected. It was like a breath of fresh air. The home felt smoother and more unified. Sometimes a small change like this can make an immense difference in how a home feels, both in terms of physical space and emotional comfort. One of the simplest yet most effective changes is keeping the floors and walls clean. A tidy space enhances the feeling of sophistication, brightness, and gives the impression of a home that is well maintained. It's amazing how the smallest mark or smudge on the walls can make a room feel cluttered even when the rest of the space is neat. We all feel more at ease in a clean environment where there's nothing to distract us or make us feel like something's off. A fresh, clean space has the ability to shift your mood almost instantly. When you walk into a room with freshly cleaned walls and floors, it's like the weight of the world lifts off your shoulders. A dirty space, on the other hand, can introduce a sense of discomfort and even stress, especially when you spot little fingerprints or dirt that seems to multiply. I remember when I started regularly cleaning my floors and walls, especially those pesky fingerprints on the door frames. At first, I didn't realize how much these small marks affected the overall feel of the space until they were gone. Using a magic eraser, I quickly tackled the stains, and just like that, the space felt brighter, fresher, and much more sophisticated. The simple act of cleaning made me feel more at home, more relaxed, and at peace with my environment. Try it for yourself, you'll notice the difference instantly. Your space will feel rejuvenated, calm, and welcoming. And speaking of home transformation, stay tuned for the next video where I'll be revealing some painful truths about house cleaning that no one ever talks about. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you there. Another tip is to avoid using rugs that are too small or placing them incorrectly. A rug that's too small can make the space feel cramped and disrupt the harmony of the room. A properly sized rug not only softens the space, but also helps connect the various elements in the room, creating a sense of cohesion and unity. When everything in a room is arranged properly, the space feels more comfortable and inviting. A rug of the right size, placed evenly, serves as a visual focal point and makes the room feel more expansive. On the other hand, if the rug is too small or not positioned correctly, the room will feel out of balance and lacking in harmony. This can be visually jarring and cause the overall atmosphere to feel unstable. A well-balanced space in terms of decor allows the brain to relax and feel more at ease. When the rug is correctly placed, it makes the room feel more spacious, seamlessly connecting different areas and adding a sense of flow. It also enhances comfort as you move through the space. If the rug isn't positioned properly, the room will feel cramped and disconnected, which can diminish both the comfort and beauty of the home. So be sure to place your rug about 20-30 centimeters away from the walls. This will create balance, making the space feel larger and more elegant right away. Next, don't overdo matching items. Using too many identical decor items will make the space feel lacking in uniqueness and creativity. We tend to enjoy being surrounded by variety in items with a bit of difference because they add vibrancy and richness to the living space. When you use too many identical items, the space becomes monotonous, lacks focus, and doesn't feel creative. I made this mistake in my living room when I arranged several identical decor pieces without considering variation. The result was a living room that felt dull and lifeless. When the space lacks uniqueness, those living in it will feel like they can't fully enjoy the beauty of the home. Our brains need visual stimulation, and without subtle differences between items, the space feels less interesting. Repeating the same items over and over creates a sense of boredom and a lack of freshness. I realized this when I looked at the decor in my house and noticed that the space felt monotonous. This can affect the comfort and satisfaction of living in your home because there's no newness or creativity in the arrangement. To change this, I decided to choose decor pieces that differ slightly in color, style, or material. I began adding unique decor pieces that weren't exactly the same, and immediately my space felt more lively and distinctive. Don't be afraid to experiment and create a dynamic space where you can see your personality reflected in each detail. Now, I want to remind you to limit the use of cheap plastic blinds. Instead, opt for high-quality fabric curtains, which not only add warmth, but also enhance the luxurious feel of your living space. The difference between fabric curtains and plastic blinds goes beyond just the look, they also impact the atmosphere of your home. Fabric curtains create a softer, more refined, and comfortable environment. They naturally regulate light, offering a gentle and relaxing ambiance that makes the room feel cozier. On the other hand, plastic blinds can make a space feel cold, stiff, and uninviting, lacking the elegance that fabric curtains provide. Spaces decorated with natural materials like fabric tend to feel more intimate and calming. The softness of fabric helps create a comfortable environment that reduces stress and makes it easier to unwind after a long day. Fabric curtains also contribute to a more peaceful atmosphere, unlike the rigid and uncomfortable feel that plastic blinds can impose. Continuing to use plastic blinds could make your space feel less sophisticated and more disconnected. It might even impact your emotional connection to your home, making it harder to fully enjoy and relax in the space. Try replacing plastic blinds with soft fabric curtains such as linen or cotton. These simple changes will instantly transform your space, making it feel more luxurious, inviting, and visually appealing. You'll notice how the right fabric can make a significant difference in the overall warmth and aesthetic of your home. Another key aspect to consider is keeping the floor clean and tidy. Clutter on the floor can significantly lower the aesthetic value of your space, creating a feeling of disarray that diminishes the elegance of your home. When you leave items scattered on the floor, it not only detracts from the beauty of the room, but also introduces a subtle feeling of stress. A cluttered space generates mental chaos, making it difficult to relax and unwind. In fact, clutter has been shown to increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which can make you feel anxious and distracted. If your space is constantly cluttered, your brain never gets the chance to truly rest. A clean, organized environment helps to lower stress, encourages relaxation, and improves focus, whether you're working or simply unwinding. I've personally found that adopting the habit of tidying the floor immediately after use has made a huge difference. I no longer let things pile up, and the space feels much more expansive, airy, and comfortable as a result. This simple habit has kept my home organized and inviting, offering a sense of calm every time I walk in. For example, in my living room, I used to leave books and miscellaneous items scattered around, and it always made the space feel smaller and less welcoming. Once I started cleaning up after myself, the room felt immediately more open and serene. I also noticed that the more consistently I kept the floor clear, the less overwhelmed I felt in my home. Developing this habit will not only make your space look better, but will also have a positive impact on your mental state. Keeping the floor tidy will create a more relaxing and enjoyable atmosphere in your home, helping you feel more at peace. Next, opt for plants with small leaves and high-quality materials to elevate the sophistication of your space. These plants not only freshen up the room, but also foster a natural connection, creating a relaxing and comfortable environment for everyone in the home. Plants are a great way to enhance the beauty of any space. Whether real or faux plants with small, well-structured leaves bring a subtle elegance that makes the room feel cooler and more calming. They can soothe the eyes and create a tranquil ambiance, especially when chosen with smaller leaves, rather than large artificial plants that can feel overwhelming and unnatural. Bringing nature into your home has proven benefits. Studies show that plants help reduce stress and enhance creativity. Not only do they purify the air, but they also create a peaceful, grounding atmosphere, making it feel as though you are connected to the outdoors. This connection to nature can improve both mental and physical well-being. For a refreshing transformation, simply select plants with smaller leaves or high-quality faux plants made from natural materials. You don't need many. Just a few carefully placed plants can completely change the feel of your space, turning it into a calm, soothing retreat where you can relax and unwind. Incorporating different textures into a space is one of the simplest yet most impactful ways to prevent it from feeling flat or lifeless. A lack of texture variety can make a room feel one-dimensional, lacking the depth and intrigue that makes a space truly captivating. When you mix materials like velvet linen and boucle, you introduce a sense of richness and variety. Each of these textures brings its own distinct feel. Velvet offers softness and sheen. Linen adds a natural airy touch, and boucle brings warmth and structure. Together, they create a dynamic layered look that adds sophistication and depth to the space. Rather than relying on a single monotonous material, combining different textures allows the room to feel more vibrant and welcoming. Our brains are naturally drawn to spaces with varying textures because they create visual interest and keep the environment engaging. The subtle contrast between different materials draws our attention and adds complexity, making the space feel more alive and inviting. To create this effect in your own home, try combining textures in key furniture pieces: velvet cushions on a linen sofa, linen curtains paired with a boucle rug, for instance. This simple approach will make your space feel more refined, full of depth, and luxurious. By introducing texture variety, you're creating a home that feels complete, inviting, and visually stimulating. Now, this tip reminds us to create a clear focal point in the space. A large painting statement, light, or decorative mirror can make your space stand out and add depth, making the room more interesting and stylish. When I first applied this to my own home, I noticed a significant change. Before, the room felt a bit flat and lacked visual interest. I decided to add a large abstract painting to one wall, and immediately the whole room felt more dynamic. The painting naturally drew the eye and helped balance the space, making it feel organized and thoughtfully designed. Having a focal point makes the room feel more cohesive as it gives the eye something to anchor to. Everything around the focal point seems to fall into place, creating harmony and preventing the space from feeling too chaotic or boring. It also adds an element of surprise, making the room feel more personalized and unique. When I placed that painting in the room, I could feel the difference in how it transformed the atmosphere. The space felt high-end and inviting, and the overall aesthetic improved dramatically. It helped guide my gaze naturally around the room, making it easier to take in the whole space in a pleasant, organized way. So choose an item like a large painting, a beautiful light fixture, or a statement mirror to create a focal point for your room. This small change will immediately make your space feel more luxurious, giving it depth while also making the room visually striking. One effective way to enhance the balance and appeal of your space is by applying the rule of 3 when arranging decor. This simple yet powerful technique creates a refined, visually pleasing atmosphere, making the room feel more cohesive and intentional. The rule of 3 suggests that grouping decor items in sets of 3 creates a natural sense of balance. For example, 3 small plants, 3 books, or 3 ornaments can form a subtle focal point that draws the eye without overwhelming the space. Our brains naturally respond to repetition and balance, so 3 items create a harmonious and satisfying arrangement, whereas too few or too many can make the space feel chaotic. Using the rule of 3 not only ensures visual harmony, but it also makes the space easier to appreciate. When grouped in 3s, items connect more fluidly, allowing the eye to follow their arrangement and creating a sense of order. Without this structure, the space may feel cluttered or disjointed, lacking a cohesive flow. By intentionally grouping decor in 3s, you add a sophisticated touch to the room. You'll notice how this small adjustment can transform the space, making it feel more balanced, organized, and refined. Next, increase the natural light in your living space. Natural light can completely transform the feeling of a room, making it feel much larger and brighter. Light plays a crucial role in creating a sense of openness and comfort. When windows are blocked or light is restricted, the space can feel dark and cramped. But when natural light is allowed to flow freely, the room feels more expansive, vibrant, and inviting. I remember when I first cleared the blinds from my windows and let in more sunlight. Instantly, the room felt lighter and more welcoming. Additionally, using mirrors strategically can amplify the light, making the space brighter, without altering the room's structure. Reflecting light off mirrors helps to distribute it throughout the room, enhancing the overall brightness and creating an airy atmosphere. It's a simple trick that can make a world of difference. Natural light doesn't just improve the room's appearance, it also has a positive effect on your mental well-being. Exposure to natural light stimulates serotonin production, which helps you feel happier and more relaxed. It's a subtle but powerful way to boost your mood and overall sense of well-being. If light is limited, the space can feel stifling and lifeless, leaving you feeling tired or uncomfortable. To remedy this, avoid blocking windows and use mirrors to reflect the natural light that comes in. Your home will instantly feel brighter, airier, and much more spacious. The next tip is to never paint without first testing a color sample in the room. Paint colors can change drastically depending on the lighting and space, so trying a sample in the room is the only way to ensure you'll be happy with the final result. Our perception of color can change significantly under different lighting conditions. A color might look great on a sample board, but when applied to the walls, it may not feel the way you expected. The lighting in the room can make the color appear light or darker, or even shift the hue completely. If you don't test the sample first, you might end up dissatisfied with the final result. Design experts recommend testing a small patch of paint on the wall rather than rushing to make a decision. This will help you visualize how the color will interact with the lighting and the overall feel of the room. If you skip this step, you may face the hassle of repainting, wasting time, effort, and even your budget. Test a paint sample on a large wall before committing. This will not only help you avoid unwanted surprises, but also ensure you're satisfied with the final result. Every color choice in a room has a huge impact on the feeling, and trying it first will help you achieve the finish you desire. Finally, don't forget to take care of odors in your closets. Bad smells in storage spaces can make your home feel uncomfortable and stale, even if everything else is clean. A clean space isn't just about wiping away dust. It also includes addressing odors in areas like closets. Odors can come from items stored for long periods, humidity, or poor ventilation. When there's a lingering smell in the space, even if everything is cleaned, your home still won't feel fresh or inviting. Cleaning your closet and using natural air fresheners or baking soda to absorb moisture and eliminate odors is an easy but effective way to improve the air quality. Baking soda helps absorb moisture and eliminate smells, while natural air fresheners made of lavender or cinnamon create a pleasant scent, freshening up the space. A home without bad odors will lift your mood, reduce stress, and create a relaxing atmosphere. Fresh scents will make you feel more comfortable and at ease whenever you step into the house. Try placing natural air fresheners or baking soda in your closets. This will make your living space feel much more comfortable and pleasant right away. To wrap up, there are plenty of ways to make your home feel more organized, stylish, and full of life. If you're still unsure about which tip to start with, why not try changing one small detail today? For instance, if you're hesitating about replacing plastic blinds with fabric curtains, give it a try and feel the difference. I'm sure you'll notice how much cozier and more luxurious your space feels right away. Don't be afraid to experiment and make small changes. Each one will transform the way you experience your home. By implementing these simple tips, you'll see how your home can not only look beautiful, but also feel more personalized and connected. Start with one little change and watch how your space evolves each day. Feel free to share your experience with us, and let's work together to create the perfect living environment. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos filled with more ways to make your home amazing. Wishing you the best of luck with your space transformation.